You have to stop.
Interview with Bolton at Loch Ness, outside the Clansman Hotel, near Dublin Rocket. Well, do you intend to carry out research at all parts of the loch? And if so, how long do you expect this will take?
Yes, we will be moving to different areas. We're basically planning, the planning will change as we go along. Working along with Adrian Shine, we're basically working, this will be our main area, but what we probably will be doing is sort of going up to Offa Castle, and we'll do that on the basis that we'll go there for a few days, take everything up there, operate from there for a while, and then come back and then move to various other areas. If it's a long distance, our problem is it takes a lot of battery power to motor a long way. So what we have to do, we tow the submarine out to a spot and then dive and stay in that area for the sort of day.
Now, can you talk me through this submarine? How long is it, and what's its capabilities, depth-wise, etc.?
Well, basically, it was built in 1977 in Vancouver, in Canada. It was built by a company called Hyco, and it's built as a DSRV, Deep Submersible Rescue Vehicle. We operated it in 1978 for a company called Vickers Oceanics out of Barrow in Furness. We'd done trials with the submarine, doing locking onto a Navy submarine for trials. We've actually had 22 people in it as a submarine rescue exercise. Its basic, its maximum operating depth is 1,000 feet, and as you know, Loch Ness is 750 feet. So we can basically operate to any part of Loch Ness.
Yeah. What is the main work then that your submarine hopes to achieve at Loch Ness? Being a research submarine, you explained there a moment ago about the data you intend to gather. Is that more or less the purpose of the submarine?
It is. That's the main purpose. To fund our operation here, we need to take tourists down so we can stay here to fund the operation. So basically what we're doing, we're calling it educational tourism.
Yeah.
So,
why not?
Well, that's right. So we take down the tourists, and like the last dive I just did, we went down, and our task for that dive was to take that cord, which you saw as just Adrian took it out. And so that's basically what we're doing all the time. We're going out every day. We have a task to do. We go to various areas, whether it's taking core samples, measuring sediment depths. We go down with probes to measure the depths, and various other tasks. Anything that Adrian asks us to do, basically.
Has your submarine ever recorded any strange anomalous blips on the sonar that you couldn't really identify? Has that ever been a feature of your work or your time?
Well, we've had a few incidents since we've been here. We've twice had strange sonar sightings when we've been manoeuvring. I did a dive 3 weeks ago, roughly 3 weeks ago. Coming up, I had a target about 200 feet away that tracked me from sort of 300 foot to about 100 foot and was there all the time following me as I came up. I was finishing the dive. And not yesterday, the day before, I took down a Grampian TV, the Gallic film crew.
Yeah.
And at the end of the dive, we were surfacing, and our through-water communication system is an acoustic system. And we got what sounded like, the nearest thing I could describe it is, you know, when dolphins talk to each other under the water.
Yeah.
We got a sound like that on the acoustic system. I don't know what it was. I'd never heard it before, and I haven't heard it since. But it came through. It was quite a loud squeak, and there were 2 or 3 squeaks, and then it went. That was it.
Was that on audio tape? Did you manage to record
No.
that?
Unfortunately, we don't have an audio running in on the dive. But all the Grampian crew heard it. I said to them, "Did you hear that?" They said yes.
Now, what's your own beliefs, if any, of the Loch Ness monster? Do you believe there's something large, family creatures in Loch Ness? How do you feel about it yourself?
Well, when I came here, I was sort of sceptical. I didn't think there really was anything. But I've spoken to so many people, and people not sort of hoteliers or people in the business of getting people to come to Loch Ness, but little old ladies who come up to you and ask you, have you seen anything? And 2 weeks ago I stood on that headland there talking to this little old lady who recounted a tale that, about something she saw 14 years ago, her and her sister, that I mean, why would she come up to me, a total stranger, and tell me this tale? There was definitely some, and so many people. I mean, this, as you said before, this head coming out of the water, that's been proved a fake. But everyone that I've spoken to have mentioned seeing something. They all go on this upturned bolt theory, this black object that sits on the surface. And I've talked to now, must be dozens or more people who've said similar things, and the sightings always seem to be the same type of sighting. I don't know.
Have you considered using this submarine over at Loch Ness and similar type of search?
We have considered it, but at the moment we're staying here. But I would like to dive Loch Ness because it's clearer water, and it's a lot deeper as well. It would be interesting.
Has your submarine ever run into problems? If it did run into problems, what is the procedure? I mean, how much power is involved? How much steam power have you got?
Well, if say we got, the worst thing could happen to us really, I mean, apart from a leak or something like that, is basically if we get stuck on the bottom. But what you've got to remember, Loch Ness, there's not a lot of debris down there. There's not ropes dangling around. It's not like where I've used to working in the North Sea, where you're working around with divers and there's lots of objects to get snagged on. Here it's all flat bottom or rocky bottom. There's not very much to get snagged on. But if we did get stuck, we've got 7 days life support. We have the Navy submarine rescue people are on our next line of call if we got a problem. They will be here within 18 hours. We also have arrangements with various diving companies in Aberdeen who would fly a team or ship a team with ROVs and divers or whatever over to us. So, I mean, our backup for that, from that point of view, is very good.
As far as oxygen and air is concerned,
7 days. 7 days. We can stay down there well, we can actually stay down there longer than 7 days. But we've got so much oxygen on board and our CO2 absorbent, we've got at least 7 days.
Should an anomalous blip or blips appear in your sonar, or indeed you use something unusual from the porthole window, what would be the actual procedure then? Would you follow this blip to see what it was?
We can do that, yes. I mean, we've got we had a French gentleman down with us, and he took film of the sonar on one target that we did get. It wasn't on my dive, it was with Gordon, one of our other pilots, and he took film of the actual sonar, and it did show a target on the sonar that was unexplained. We can follow the target, but it's usually the targets that we've had when we have got towards have either disappeared or moved away.
And how much interest are there in the Loch Ness Submarine just now? I mean, is the bookings doing rather well at this point in time?
Yes, yeah, we're quite pleased. I mean, we're not fully booked by any manner of means, but we're now getting people coming in off the street, passing by. More and more people know we're here, and it's very good actually. The response of the public. I mean, because if you'd have seen the people that went down on the last dive, they came out. They've travelled from various parts of the country just to have a ride in this submarine, and they've really enjoyed it. They haven't seen a monster, but it's just the fact that they've been in a submarine. It's quite an exciting experience.
Talking about that, have you ran into any problems with people who felt it would be great to go down, and once down, they're a wee bit claustrophobic?
Yes,
that ever happened?
Yeah. We had last week. I took 2 people down. A couple came down. And the husband was very claustrophobic, and I put him in the back compartment, and then his wife said, "Excuse me, could he come to the front?" And once I sat him in the front, there's a big window in the front of the submarine, he was happy because he could see out into the water, and he was quite relaxed about it. I mean, at the end of it, he was full of it. Because it was, I mean, if you are claustrophobic, it must be, to actually climb down there and go in. It's not that confining there. It's quite a large submarine as this type of machine goes. It's quite roomy in there.
I've got a dive booked, as you know, for 2 o'clock. Now, where about in Loch Ness does the submarine go at 2 o'clock?
Well, 2 o'clock today, we're working down. We'll be going into a similar area we went to on the last dive, and that's out of the harbour here. We'll turn left and go down by Witch's Rock, and probably in about 400 foot of water. Down, and we'll probably take another core. Basically what I want to do is take another core on the same one I did this morning, and see if I get the same results. That's what we'll be doing.
That's smashing. Well, I must wish you all the best in your future work.
Thank you very much.
At Loch Ness. Let's hope you can get some positive conclusions. mind. Thanks very
Would
much.
be nice. Thanks for that.
Okay.